Hey, awesome people! I know. I just wanted to jump on real quick. Sorry, the lighting gets a little sketchy when it gets darker outside. But I wanted to jump on real quick and just give you guys a quick kind of reminder, motivation that on the best of days, in the best of times, there will be days where we just don't feel like it. And then here we are in this moment, in this historical moment where everything has changed, and in some ways it's been turned upside down very quickly in a very short amount of time. And I get that that can feel heavy. And that, like, all joking aside, I get that it can feel heavy. I get that it can feel overwhelming. I get that it can feel super frustrating. I get that it's hard to stay positive and encouraged. Like, it's as honestly, can I tell you, this is what just came to mind. I'm like moving stuff because I'm getting all into it, right? But honestly, what you see me as today with like jumping on and be like, come on, we got this, and all positive and all whatever, it is a skill that I have developed. I've not always been like that. And the reason I share that with you is because right now, this is the time that will define you. This is the time where there will be more days where maybe you don't feel like it. This is the time where it might be even more difficult than ever to get motivated, right? The same things apply as they did 3 weeks ago when everything was awesome and all things were relative, right? The same principles apply. Whether you set your schedule, set your routine, and go, even when you don't feel like it. And for the most part, like, obviously you guys see that, like, you guys are chiming in, blah, blah. And I won't mention names because I just want to make sure, whatever. But between reaching out and seeing a couple comments, like one of our members shared earlier that, like, yesterday she wasn't feeling it. She had a hard time getting motivated and she ended up not doing one of the live workouts. Today she told herself she was going to try it again. She pushed through. She made it all the way through the end of the workout and she was so glad she did. Actually, I heard that from 2 people. Well, one of them, I don't know why they weren't able to get on yesterday, but whatever your normal routine is, don't allow the stinking thinking. Decide right now, like as soon as we're done with this video, decide what workout you're going to do tomorrow and how you can create the space and how you can make this happen, because these are the defining moments. This is also the time where it would be super easy for someone to fall off track. And someone might even say, oh, I get it, totally understandable. No, it's not understandable. Everybody getting sick right now is exactly why it's time to, like, a little tough love. And I know it's really, really hard, but you get up and you do it anyway. You get up because your grandkids deserve it. You get up because your parents deserve it. You get up because your grandparents deserve it. Your spouses deserve it. Your kids deserve it. They deserve the very best version of you. And right now is the time to push past whatever the emotion of the moment is and choose the action that is going to sustain you over time. Choose the actions, the same actions that you guys had dialed in 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, right? 2 weeks ago, even a week ago, right? So much change just in the last few days. So please understand that I 100% understand and get it. But no, I'm not going to give you an out because I love you and I care about you, and your life and your well-being is my responsibility because you're in front of me. Like, ultimately, I get you're your responsibility, but it's my job to be here for you and to keep you encouraged and inspired and to tell you that stinking thinking is not going to work right now. And there's going to be mornings where you don't feel like it. But if your normal routine is 5 a.m., 5:40, get up, decide right now before you go to bed. All you do, like, here's the same tips that I would have told you 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, if you were just starting out a routine. Like, before you go to bed, sorry, the dogs are super crazy today. Before you go to bed, start thinking about the next day. Start thinking about, okay, 5 a.m. is my normal time. I got this. I can do this. I am committed to my health. I am committed to my well-being. I'm committed to making this happen and not falling off track. So tomorrow morning, I know I'm going to get up. I'm going to put my clothes out right now so I don't have any excuses. I'm going to put on my tennis shoes so that I can feel like I'm getting ready. Like, even if you can work out in your socks, maybe put your tennis shoes out, get your clothes out, have them set out. and tell yourself, I am strong. I am a conqueror. I am getting up, and get up at whatever time you need to get up to be online for the 5 a.m. workout, to be online for the 5:40 a.m. workout. If you're normally an 8:30 then you're normally out the door by 8 o'clock to get there by 8:15. I know, because I see y'all, and you guys are there at like 8:15, 8:10 sometimes, which is awesome. Keep that consistency. The best thing that you can do for yourself, for the ones that you love and our entire community, is for you to stay strong, healthy, and fit. The people that don't need to be concerned right now, or as concerned right now, right? We're doing our socially responsible thing by, self, isolating as much as possible. What is that word? Social separation, right? As much as possible. But reality is that we are so incredibly, it's not, yes, we're blessed and highly favored, but it's also because you guys have chosen to do the hard thing leading up to here. You've chosen to join our community. You've chosen to get connected. You've chosen to make fitness a priority. You've chosen to make foods a great priority in your life, right? Not perfect, but you eat well most of the time, perfect in our imperfections. Now is the time to stay focused and stay dialed in more than ever before. So stay connected on this page. Lost track. So the night before, literally, I'm not joking, it will help you in the morning. You start telling your brain before you go to bed that you are getting up tomorrow morning. I am the type of person that gets up at 4:30 a.m. so that I can get to my 5 a.m. workout. I am doing this. I am committed. I'm healthy. I'm strong. This COVID-19 ain't got nothing on me. I'm going to do this. You wake up in the morning, you start thinking, first thing you think of, start thinking of things that you're grateful for, right? 2-3 things. If you need to get out of bed so you don't fall back to sleep, that's fine. But 2 to 3 things that you're grateful for, and remind yourself what you committed. Start keeping your commitments to yourself every single day. That's what helps build confidence. That's what's going to keep the consistency. That's what's going to keep the habits over time. You committed to yourself the night before that you were going to get up at 4:30 a.m. I'm telling you, you should see my alarms. Sometimes my alarms, I change them to say, get up, right? Like you can name them, right? Get your butt out of bed, right? And I'll say, I'm committed to meeting somebody. Like if I committed to meeting Miranda or one of you guys or whoever, right? You are making the commitment to me that you are going to show up. You're making the commitment to me that you're going to show up for your coaches tomorrow, okay? We're going to expect you to be there because we love you and we care about you and we want to see you there. We want you to see you keep that track and that habit. It's totally normal to not feel like it. That's the day where you say, I'm going to do it anyway. It doesn't matter how I feel. Ignore the emotions. One of my favorite books, the Bible, does say, but it's good advice. It says to ignore our emotions because out of it flows the issues of life. Doesn't mean that you're cold or you're heartless. It just means that when it comes down to it, when the rock is against the rubber against the road, whatever that word is, right? That you are going to take the actions you need to take to live your best life, to be your best, to feel your best, to be healthy, to be strong, to be the best for you. Not only is getting in your workouts important, but eating foods. I know someone had mentioned too, this is another thing I wanted to address. Somebody was talking about like the current meal plan. They're having a hard time finding some things. Do the best you can. And that's fine. You may not be able to be perfect. You may not be able to find all the obscure things or even whatever. It might be a day that they don't have broccoli or they don't have whatever. That's okay. Ask questions. Let's figure out together what to substitute. Do that. Be involved. Be engaged. But then also know that you have a pretty good idea of like what's good, better, best, right? Trust your judgment. Ask questions. And it's okay that it's not perfect. You're still going to see amazing results. You're still going to keep your momentum up as long as you choose to keep your momentum going. You get to choose. And right now, it's 100% choice and not a whole lot of feeling and emotion. And that's okay. These are the times that define us. Making the right choices versus being led by emotion, that's what defines us. That's what builds our character. That's what helps us influence our families to be the strongest, fittest, best we can be. Our friends, all the things, right? So get your workouts in. Do that routine. And then I promise you, when you start keeping those little commitments to yourself, you said you were going to do the 8:30 to yourself, you do the 8:30. You said you were going to do the 5 a.m., you do the 5 a.m. You go all the way through, even if you're not thinking about it. Do not, please, do not start a workout and not finish it. It is such a mind trip if you do that. I'm okay if you go 40% effort. I'm okay if you're feeling really off and you go 50% effort, whatever, but finish till the very end. The same thing I always tell you guys in session, because if you don't finish, you give yourself that out. Like subconsciously you tell yourself, well, I didn't finish last time, so I don't need to finish last time. Or it stops you from even trying the next time because you're like, well, why should I bother? I didn't finish the time before. You know why I know all these things? Do you know why I can speak to what's going on in your brain? Because I've been there, right? And I still have my moments and I still have my days and I understand. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. It is so important that you stay on track. So workouts, good foods, as best as you can. Do not, my point with not being able to find everything, totally fine. But don't allow, well, I can't find everything, so I might as well. It doesn't mean you go in, and I'm not saying anybody said this to me, but like it's an extreme example, right? Doesn't mean that you go into the bread basket, right? Or the Cheetos or whatever, gallon of ice cream. It doesn't mean that we go down that route, right? Because we know really highest good, right? If we eat out of comfort, if we eat out of emotion, ultimately that just adds to our stinking thinking. Ultimately, that breaks another commitment that we've made to ourselves, and those pile up. We build confidence by making the small commitments to ourselves and keeping the small commitments to ourselves. The commitments we make to ourselves, just the day-to-day choices in what we think are small things, impact our confidence or lack thereof so much far beyond greater. I know, that wasn't good English. Than any other commitment we make to anybody else. All right? So keep those commitments to yourself. So workouts, food, sleep, 8 to 9 hours, so important that everybody be prioritizing their sleep now more than ever because it is such a critical factor in your immune system. I know it can be so stressful, but stress management outside of COVID-19, stress is like crazy hard on our system. Stress is the underlying factor. I don't remember the exact percentage, but I'm not, one of the recent statistics that I heard was, I want to say it was 80, even 90% of every core factor. They're now realizing the stress is 80 to 90% of dis-ease. Get it? Dis-ease. Dis-ease, when we're not at ease, we're stressed. Disease is predominantly caused by stress. Stress breaks down our immune system. It breaks down our functions. It causes us to not think clearly. It causes us to not be in relationships as healthy as we can be. We aren't our best self when we are stressed out. And it can go down a very big rabbit hole without you even realizing it. So getting ahead of it and being proactive and recognizing the stress and doing the best you can to manage it. What do? Like different things work for different people, and I've talked about that too. But doing your quiet time, journaling, reflection. I lost the word. Journaling, quiet time, reflection, seriously, meditation. I know it sounds woohoo, but try and work on it. And then also, talk to some people that you trust, that are safe people, right? Not everybody is meant to have not everybody gets front stage to your life, right? Not everybody gets all the ins, all the scoops, all the whatever. You got to make sure that you have safe people in your life that that you can trust, that have your best interest at heart, and be prepared to hear some truth from them too, right? So that you can have those real deep conversations that build meaningful relationships. That gives you that true outlet so you can be your true self, and that will also reduce your stress. All right? I think that's it. That was a lot of tangent, but super strong in my heart, so I wanted to jump on real quick and make sure that I shared that with you guys. Let me circle back. Yes, just do it. Yes. There's no difference. You go to the facility to your workout from home. Yeah. And I get it's hard to be motivated from home, but that's why we are here. That's why we're working on our tracking. I feel a lot better than I sound, guys. It's like just all coming out. All right. So if you missed this, I think it's an important one. Hello, Evelyn. I thought you were saying, oh, hell. All right. Oh, see, that's what I get when I'm trying to scroll. All right, guys. So enjoy an amazing night. I'm about to finish reaching out, getting through, trying to reach out to not trying. I am. Reaching out, Stevie and I are reaching out to everybody individually just to check in with you. So I'm going to keep working on that. And then I'm going to check to make sure who worked out. So on the workouts, I'll post this as separate so it doesn't get lost. But if you could do your sweaty pick underneath the session that you attended, it just helps me try. Because that part of it is all manual right now. That's totally fine. I will do what I have to do to keep you guys supported and engaged. So I don't mind doing it at all. It just helps if your sweaty pic is underneath that session time, so I'm not having to scroll through doesn't get lost in the whole page. I really thank you so much. I really do feel okay. It's just like right here. It just sounds nasty. All right, guys. I'll be talking to you tomorrow. So, well, that's fine. If you don't want to do a sweaty pic, like it's just not that's fine. You could just post like, all right, done. Like that's totally fine too. If you don't want to do the sweaty pic, no big deal. Just something to say. I did it, coach. I did it. All right. I love you guys. We've got this. This is in the big picture. This is only a moment in time. In the big picture, this is only a moment in time. We will be in person again in the near future. In the meantime, this is a temporary new normal, and we will rise above and we will make the best of it, and we will come out stronger than ever before with new skills and new tools and better connections, and we will rock it. All right? Talk to you soon. Love you guys. Good night.